When you think about leadership, we often picture just one thing. But what if it's really two? Today, we're going to explore a couple of ancient parables that get at this really fundamental dilemma for any leader. Do you act, like right now, to solve a crisis? Or do you patiently build something for a future you might not even be around to see? This is going to be good.
So let's just start with a question that gets right to the heart of it all. Think about your own life, at work or at home. When a challenge pops up, what's your gut reaction? Are you the person who runs toward the fire, ready to put it out immediately? Or do you take a step back and think, okay, how can I plant the seeds now for a stronger future? It's this tension that we're going to unpack.
And these two metaphors, they just perfectly capture the two sides of this coin. On one side, you've got the drum. It's loud, it's urgent, it's a call to action that shatters the silence to deal with a danger that's right in front of you. It's all about intervention. And then on the other side, you have the seed. It's quiet, it's patient, it's an investment in a future that takes time. That's all about cultivation. Two totally different tools for two very different moments. Let's start with the first one.
Okay, so first up, we're diving into a story about taking immediate, decisive action. This is the parable of Asha, a young girl who found herself facing a threat. But it wasn't an army with spears. No, it was something way more sneaky, a lie.
Now, to really get what's at stake here, you have to understand the Kolo. This thing was not just some drum. It was like the village's last resort, their nuclear option. If you beat that drum, you were signaling that the entire community was on the brink of collapse. And if you beat it for the wrong reason, you were exiled. That's it. So the silence around that drum was in itself a symbol of peace.
And here's how quickly things spun out of control. It started small, the way these things always do, right? Just a little whisper, a rumor about a well-respected midwife. But fear? Man, fear is like gasoline on a fire. That whisper quickly grew into a public accusation. And before you knew it, fear had turned that accusation into a fact. And this poor woman was totally shunned by everyone. It's a textbook example of how fast misinformation can poison a community.
This is the warning Asha gets from her own mother. I mean, can you imagine the pressure? The village elders are telling her to just wait it out. The guys at the market are brushing her off. Her own family is telling her to stay quiet. This wasn't just about telling the truth anymore. This was about defying the entire social order, risking her place in the only world she'd ever known. It's the classic whistleblower's dilemma, isn't it?
And this is her comeback when the village confronts her for beating the drum. It's so powerful. She completely reframes what danger even means. She's saying the enemy isn't some army at the gates. It's the lie that's rotting the community from the inside out. She knew that waiting for the lie to turn violent meant she'd already lost. So she acted to prevent the harm, not just react to it.
And that is the absolute core lesson of the drum. Doing nothing is still doing something. Inaction has a massive cost. In today's world, this is about confronting that toxic person on your team before they drive away all your best people. It's about fixing a major flaw in your product before it becomes a PR nightmare. Choosing to wait is a choice, and a lot of the time, it's the most dangerous one you can make.
All right, so we've heard the loud, urgent beat of the drum. Now we're going to shift gears completely to the quiet, patient act of planting a seed. Our second parable gives us a totally different leadership model through the story of Manuru. And this one is all about legacy, not crisis.
This question from her grandchild, Sefa, is just so perfect, it gets right to the point. Why would you pour your time and energy into something that you, personally, will never get to enjoy? I mean, from a short-term, what's in it for me perspective, it makes zero sense. And yet, this is the absolute essence of building a real legacy. And Mananuru's answer, wow, it's just so beautiful. She understands that the comfort she enjoys today, the shade she's sitting in, it wasn't an accident. It was a gift from someone in the past she never even met. So her work isn't just about planting trees, it's about paying that kindness forward. She's continuing a cycle of care.
This really defines the whole philosophy of the seed. And it's a huge shift in how you think about things. It's the idea that you're not the owner of your team, your company, or your community. You're a temporary caretaker, a steward. And your main job isn't just to get what you can for yourself right now, but to leave the place better and richer for whoever comes after you. This is the thinking behind all great mentorship, isn't it?
I mean, just let that sink in for a second. What a powerful way to redefine success. It's not about how long your career is or what your title is. It's about the positive impact you have that keeps growing long after you're gone. You know, the thriving team you built, the supportive culture you created, the knowledge you shared.
That's the stuff that lasts.
So now we have these two incredible, seemingly opposite ideas, the immediate courage of the drum and the long-term wisdom of the seed. And the key here isn't trying to figure out which one is better. It's about understanding when you need to reach for each one.
This table just breaks it down so clearly. Look at Asha and the drum. Her focus was on fixing a wrong right now. The timescale was immediate. Her method, loud, public disruption. And her goal was to preserve the truth. Now look at Manuru and the seed. Her focus was creating a future good. The timescale was generational. Her method, quiet, patient cultivation. And the goal was creating new value. It's like one's a surgeon, cutting out a disease, and the other is a gardener, tending to new life.
And really, this is what it all boils down to. You need the drum to save the present, but you need the seed to build the future. A good leader uses both. A great leader has the wisdom to know which one the moment is calling for.
So let's bring all of this home. How do these ancient stories actually apply to the choices you face every single day? At your job, in your community, in your life?
Here's what you can take with you. First, sometimes you have to be Asha. You have to be the one to call out the uncomfortable truth in a meeting, even if it makes you unpopular. Yeah, it's hard, but the cost of silence is almost always higher. But then, most days, you have the chance to be Manuru. This is the patient work, mentoring a new team member, documenting your process so others can learn from it, investing in projects that won't pay off for years. The bottom line is that leadership means you have to be both a protector and a planter. The real genius is knowing which hat to wear.
So we'll end on this thought. The next time you walk into a meeting or you're facing a tough decision, just take a second and ask yourself, does this moment call for the loud, clarifying beat of the drum, or does it call for the quiet, hopeful act of planting a seed? Your answer to that question will define the kind of leader you truly are.